Canon so the air honum. When you say your tax, you cannot cry the asa, Sikana shake. And they say, I buy an agent say Bosia and or Quacobo. No, the Bosiano Quaco to car at the Amaca loan. When a Ghana for ye didn't know, hey, Covidimu. When the Cotoca loan, I might say, yeah, man, or the Cotoca loan. Montiasia Munyai, then you are on the fort. What didn't crack an better, my shabby jumpe, my shabby phone be to say you could get black as you, and Kienchum, Nemo Yene, Yaman and Yanaka, Cochi. And constituency Japan on the idea. Nemo one more baba on a chisata no one could to black or free parliament. O mum the enchum no say, ah, bra, then artisa. And who ya bear no. Make us a nano payer, parliament a penisa loan so $28 million. I'm on my jatum. Or more loan for so and also yeah about 3.1 million. And also yeah the Kwajeka, I'm a council of state for. That the way money say, you better tell 60% and I buy betua. The Akanino. One more MP for any council of state for near the market you are a betia. We any dear ma they know about Mamma found parliament by a betuaso.
These referrals were made to your committee. We met with officials from the Ministry of Finance and the reference were in respect of $28 million to finance the purchase of vehicles for members of parliament of the 8th Parliament and $3,500,000 to finance the purchase of vehicles for members of the Council of State, and a request for waiver of import duties to the tune of $13,387,500. As I said, consequentially, this should be corrected throughout the report. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Article 103 of the 1992 Constitution and Orders 169 and 171 of the Standing Orders of the House, the agreement and the request were referred to the committee for consideration. This was in respect of the 7th Parliament. It's important that we make that note. Since the inauguration of the 8th Parliament on 7 January 2021, members have not been provided with any means of transport, even though they are required to perform various functions in Parliament and in their constituencies, as well as travel to various destinations for various assignments. So far, no provision has been made for members of Parliament and members of the Council of State. For this reason, the Ministry of Finance is procuring a loan facility from the National Investment Bank Limited to make funds available to members of Parliament and members of the Council of State to purchase vehicles. We are mindful, Mr. Speaker, as a committee, that our recommendations would mean that Parliament would have to urge this on the next emolument committee and also on the executive. Mr. Speaker, this is your committee's passionate recommendation. Against the recommendation, the committee respectfully urges the House to adopt this report and approve by resolution the loan facilities and tax waivers listed under paragraph 8 of the committee's report. Respectfully submitted, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also rise to second the motion that was moved by the Chairman of the Finance Committee. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, it is only right for members of Parliament to advert our minds to the fact that almost every 4 years, this august House is subject to some level of ridicule. Mr. Speaker, oftentimes the facilities and privileges offered to Parliament are taken as if Parliament is actually benefit more than anyone other than all those people being covered under Article 71. Mr. Speaker, it is only right that the public needs to understand that, in fact, what Parliament is doing now is doing some form of favor. Mr. Speaker, clearly, the Constitution says that, clearly, Mr. Speaker, the Constitution says that all of this entitlement should be a charge on the consolidated fund. In the sense that the loans that members of parliament are paying out of our own pocket is not a charge on the consolidated fund. And that is why it is important for all of us to accept that the time has come for us going forward, Mr. Speaker, to accept that the time has come for us to have duty post vehicles, so that we can use it for the purposes of our the job that we do. And when we leave office, probably these vehicles will be made available to the state. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we have firmly recommended to this august House and want to urge members that the time has come for all of us to accept that going forward we will not accept these car loans. It shouldn't be a car loan. We also deserve duty post vehicle. And so we want to urge members to reject car loans going forward.
Absia for way Mrashebedwa for no case ya to forcing ye NDC ni ye rakoku kwaten so ye boase MP MPP ni afane afanyina ade atum se omo empne car loan no eso na so omo se free nekro no eye sisie se ye beto car e de ama ministers na ye be maintain ya to petrol agumu na spare parts cry beto ama omu na omo MPC de ye so omo ntua loan no emu 40% emfiri omo ebotom onabo ato forcing se eye illegal a breach of Article 71. Asem we ye beto aso nyankopon ye adoma china no pa critical issue so e wo UTV nti yen mo ho na afi yen hwe ensem na no ba bia o tax ka no ekoduro yen to UTV